Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is Sunday, the 28th of April, 2024. Today's video is cleanliness in Islam. In Islam, they say cleanliness it's similar to that. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Okay. So cleanliness is something very important in Islam, supposed to be. We're going to see. Uh, I spoke before about the Prophet of Allah and what he had done with Aisha, the 9 years old bride. Uh, I'm talking about this now because to be clean, there are two aspects of cleanliness, the internal aspect and the external aspect of cleanliness. And believe it or not, the external aspect, you could be working, let's say, a mechanic, and by the end of the day, your hands are very oily, greasy, your clothes probably they got dirty, and you need to go home and take a shower and you're clean again. That's very simple and very easy. The mental or the inner, the internal cleanliness, I wish it was that easy. So when there is a level of filth that I'm going to talk about now. Externally. We spoke internally. I'm going to remind you of that. And the reason is I have some Muslim people are nagging that the holiness of Islam, the holiness of the Prophet, that. So let's open that and let's see. For any average person, for any human being to tell that person marrying a 9 years old child, it will be this is pedophilia. You're not a very good person to be doing that. That's number one. Number two, if a woman, a decent woman, when I say decent, I don't mean that she is trying, because some women do that on purpose. They kind of like dress suggestively to attract men. No, I'm saying an average woman who is going to work, she is decent and she's dressed well, but she's a pretty woman. She could be. And you get excited. I'm very sorry. That is not her problem. That's yours. And this what happened with the Prophet of Allah. He saw a woman passing by, a Muslim woman, and that means she was dressed according to the Islamic code. She was probably covered. So she didn't intentionally showed him anything to suggest that he got excited. So on the road, no one else, he was sitting with his friends. He was the only one who got excited. The other men were sitting with him talking. When they saw her passing, none of them paid attention. That means there is something wrong with his mind, with his heart, with his inner self. There is filth there. I'm saying that because we have to stir the water. Because Muslim, especially Muslim leaders, now they are trying to patch these problems and they are constantly standing up and talking about, oh, we have, oh, no, no, you misunderstood this. Oh, no, 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 the Prophet didn't mean it this way. Oh, no, 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 the Quran doesn't mean this. When it is very clear, when a person sitting with his friends and one woman pass and he is the only one gets excited sexually and he goes to his wife to take care of him sexually and then he comes back and tell his friends or his followers, woman comes in a form of Satan and depart in a form of Satan. I'm sorry, that's you, not the woman, because no one else really had the problem that you had. You are the only one. Two, uh, the two we are going to speak about now. Marrying also a child, 9 years old. The Muslim leaders now are talking, oh, no, no, you see, you don't understand. They used to mature early. 9 years old back then, it's not like 9 years old now. No, it is. And probably they were smaller because the food and access to food now, it's different from back then in the desert Arabia. No food, no water. So I'm very sure they were smaller, not bigger. And there are proofs of that. When Aisha uh, was with the caravan, that caravan that she was accused of committing adultery with Ibn al-Mu'attal, huh? When they carried her cage to put on the camel, the cage that she was resting in, they didn't know that she was in because her weight, she was there very little. They didn't, the people who carried the cage, they thought she was in the cage because they, whether she was in or out makes no difference. She was very light. Okay. Now let's talk about the external cleanliness of the Prophet of Allah. Let's read this hadith. There is narration. So and so on told so and so many. It's long list. Let's get rid of that. And the Prophet of Allah used to go to see his wives, and he had 9 wives at this time. In one night, 9 wives, he passes by them to have sexual intercourse with each and every one of them. 9 times, 9 wives, with one wash. Now, you tell me, first, not this is not something really to brag of. This you should be ashamed that a human being is doing that. A man doing that, that's not a normal man. I never heard a man would do that and will be proud of doing that. Even young couple, when they get married, they may do more than once a day for a week or a month. After that, and here, this is a man in his 60s doing that and bragging of that. And I'm sorry, those who are writing behind him, this is not worth writing. This is not worth the ink. Okay? What do you think? How did this person, uh, sometimes I don't want to call him a man, this person at the end of when he goes to the number 9, how does he smell? Because he washes at the end after he finished with number 9. And we don't know if he just dropped dead after he's done with number 9 and he washes in the morning, or he has enough energy to go to wash. Okay? Is that clean? I'm talking now about the physical cleanliness. You see, if you are doing labor work, yes, you could sweat, and at the end of the day, you could smell bad because of a lot of sweat and the sun. Probably you're working outside in the sun in the summer. Yeah, I understand that, but that's the nature of your work, and you go and take shower and hey, start fresh. People work. You're doing labor, fine. But that is a person who is out of control, and he is compromising his health and his cleanliness and the health of his wives, the women. What if one of them has disease, sexual disease? Could that be transmitted? to him and to other women? Yes. Okay, let's continue. Let's see. Another hadith. I'm going to put this in the description box. The whole narration, and then the Prophet went to do his business. He went to the bathroom, but they were in the desert, so there is no bathroom. So you find the bush or something, and you go behind this bush and do your business. And the tradition that he gave his followers back then, uh, you find three stones, right? And you clean yourself, your behind with these three stones. How do you know that no one have used one of the stones or two of the stones that you are using the previous day? You don't. Okay. Nevertheless, these are the stones that he found, and he cleaned himself, he cleansed himself, and he is done with his business, and he came back to his people to the where they were sitting, and they put food to eat. And out of courtesy, a man came to him and he asked him to wash, do you want some water to wash? He told him, no, no, I'm not going to do prayer. Let's eat. Because they do what's called ablution before the prayer. They wash the hands and the face and the feet, and then they do the prayer. But he didn't want to wash his hands. I mean, I would say thank you very much. I mean, let's say I'm stuck in an area and I had to do that with a stone like he did, and somebody's offering me some water and soap, I'll say thank you very, very much. Yes, thank you. But no, and he started to eat. And this is the example that you want me to follow. That the Muslim people, when they attack me and criticize me, Muslim or non-Muslim or whoever, you are attacking me for that? Why? Is that a good example? Is that a clean example physically? No. So this person was terrible internally and terrible also externally. All his deeds, whether it's war, fighting, murdering, huh, crucifying people with chopping their hands and feet from opposite direction, physically and mentally sickening. Now, uh, I would like to speak now about comments. I'm very sorry. Sometimes I don't respond. I just found out that YouTube oftentimes hide comments. I don't know why. And anyway, I don't understand these things. So if I don't respond to your comment, please forgive me. I don't see it. It's not showing. Okay, uh, that's one thing. Another thing is one person was asking me to if I want to debate. I don't debate. I don't debate. Debate, people come with a preset ideas in their head from each side. Is like I'm coming to say my guy is the best guy, your guy is the worst guy, or whatever, and the opposite side is coming, and at the end, what's the use? What is, even if you prove 100% to the other party that they are wrong, they are coming not to know that they are wrong, they are coming to just tell you I'm right. So debate, I don't do debate. If you want, make a video and tell me what are the best things in your faith or religion, like the Christian minister who did a couple of videos. I put them on my channel. It doesn't mean I have to agree with everything he says. No, but that's his viewpoint about his faith. Okay, I put you on my channel. You can tell me what's good in your faith. I'll put it on the channel and people will ask you the questions and you give the answer, not me. Okay. Um, One person, his email is called Red Ribbon ZX. We debated, not debated, but he asked, there was some talk between me and him about the previous video, and I'd like to speak about this because it will take a while explaining. When Jesus told his disciples to sell their cloak and buy a sword, and then he asked them, how many swords do we have? They said two. Of course, two, they will not do anything. But he said, this is good or enough. I'm sorry, he said, this is enough. But what if they had 10? Would he say, no, no, that's too many? No. What if they had 10,000? Would he say that would be too many? Too many? No. The fact here is asking if you are guys willing, if you have enough to protect yourself and protect me too. Okay. Unfortunately, if you look at reality, you see, I believe we have free choice. We are free to decide, go right or go left, do the right thing or the wrong thing. So he told them to buy sword. He didn't say 1 or 10. Okay. You buy sword for protection. Now, when the Roman soldiers came to take him, what would you do with two swords? Nothing. So at this moment, it's better not to even to show your swords. This is like uh, an army coming with you with machine guns and you have a 9 millimeter pistol. Put it away and negotiate better at this time. Okay? And that was the situation. It's not like, but if they were 50 soldiers coming and you have 10,000 people, followers of Jesus, that would have been wonderful if you had 10,000 willing to die for him. But reality is, none of them was willing to die for him. And reality is, at the time of the crucifixion, all of them ran away from him. Reality is, one of them, one of the closest disciples, sold him. So he was alone. He was by himself. So he knew he could come, it could come to this point of death because nobody really is paying attention. He tells them to buy a sword. They bought two swords. That's it. Why not all of these people that he healed, the people whom he fed, each one was willing to die for him, protect him. Now, that comes to the idea that he came to die for me because he mentioned that he came to die, so there is no need to resist. I disagree with that because we have a choice. And the choice when he came, he told the people to believe in him. Okay? If you believe in your spouse, if you accept your spouse, if you believe in your father, your mother, do you crucify them? Do you want them, do you want to see them dead? If you make the choice to accept your spouse, you will die for him or her. If you love your father, you would rather die than see him killed. You have to deal with the facts here. Nobody really loved him that much. Nobody was, they sold him. One of them sold him. Would you tell me that this person really loved him? No, no. Okay. So he came, he wanted to be accepted. He was saying it. I am here. He was happy that some accepted him. But what if all of them accepted him? Do you think the Roman authority would be able to kill him? The whole Jewish nation will defend him. Okay? So that was a choice. We are free to choose. And unfortunately, they chose to sell him, they chose to crucify him. But we don't look into the other area. What if they have done when he said, believe in me, if they have believed in him? What if they have made this choice? We don't know what would have happened. We thank you very much, and we hope to hear from you. Please comment. Please comment, and if you want to continue about this, maybe we can make another video about this situation. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you. Bye.